2070, Earth's weather is controlled with ease from the moon. When the TARDIS arrives at the Moonbase, the Doctor, along with his friends Polly, Ben, and Jamie, is accused of starting a plague that is killing off the base's crew. It's not long, however, before the time travelers discover the true cause of the deaths, a powerful, unstoppable race that the Doctor has met before, the Cybermen. The story for the Moonbase is great. It first starts out as a horror thriller with people getting infected with a virus and a monster roaming around picking people off one by one. It seemed like the film Alien mixed with the film Outbreak. Then turns into a good versus evil story, with the evil trying to infiltrate a secure place and the good trying to hold up and stay off the evil. It is a great and thrilling and fun story. A neat story detail is that the story is also a retaliation story for the destruction of the Cyberman home planet Moonbase from the 10th Planet serial. And the Cybermen want revenge. It just took them 84 years to do it. I like the idea that a weather control station is on the moon controlling the weather of Earth and keeping hurricanes and tornadoes under control. However, it is implied it is used for good, but who can say it won't be used for evil by humans like the Cybermen want to? The Mark II models of the Cybermen is better than was first seen in the 10th Planet. They are now completely covered in silver, and the headpiece is now one big metal helmet mask with mesh in the eye holes and a slit in the mouth that has a piece of metal in it that slides open when they talk and only closes when they stop talking. The chest piece is smaller, and they have removed the light gun, making things less bulky and mobile. Also, they now have only 3 fingers, making their hands look penguin-like. It is a better design and shows that the Cybermen update themselves throughout time to fix the faults of the previous models that prevented them from succeeding. 2 of the episodes are animated in this serial since they are missing from the archives and are animated well. It's not too stiff and has a nice flow. This is the first available serial today that one is able to watch fully that has the new companion Jamie in it. Since he was the last-minute addition to the TARDIS crew at the end of the Highlanders serial, he didn't do much in this serial and previous ones. However, in the serial after this, he does do more, for the writers had more time to write him in and give him a better role. But up until now, he just had a few lines and stood around. But he helped when he could, like when Polly created this chemical to melt the chest piece of the Cybermen. He and Ben used hairspray bottles to spray it on the Cybermen. He helps, but he doesn't have much to add to the series yet until after this serial. But I do like what I have seen of the character, and I feel there is potential for this character. I particularly like that he is a Scottish Piper warrior and always wears a kilt. He is a very proud Scotsman, and I like that. It gave diversity to the Doctor's companions. This is also the first serial to date that one can see the second Doctor fully. One can see that the nicknames for this Doctor as the Cosmic Hobo and Clown are just. For his outfit fits him in a very loose way, like a hobo and a clown. That and he drifts from place to place. Also from the way his personality is. One can see he acts like a clown, but in this serial, we see more of the serious side of this Doctor. With this being a dark, serious story, the director of the serial, Maurice Berry, didn't want much clowning around, and thus we see a more serious side of the second Doctor, and showing a more universal and rounded character, and one that took more charge with problems that are going on. And seeing that we will want to see more of this Doctor. I already like this Doctor from research, and my liking becomes solid when watching this serial, and that Patrick Troughton is a good replacement for the first Doctor. Out of 5 stars, I give this one 4 stars. Unfortunately, there are more missing serials after this. The next one, the Macro Terror, the TARDIS crew free a civilization from these controlling monster crab species. In the Faceless Ones, the TARDIS crew lands in Gatwick Airport in 1966 London and prevent these shape-shifting aliens from taking over. At the end, Ben and Polly realize that the day's date is the same in which they first left with the first Doctor during the time of the War Machine serial, and thus decide to stay, making it seem like they never left at all. It is then that Jamie and the Doctor see that the TARDIS has been stolen. This leads us into the serial titled The Evil of the Daleks. In the Series 4 finale, the Daleks want to find the qualities that make up a human, called the human factor, so the Daleks can find the Dalek factor to inject it into humans to make them slaves and thus control the universe. But before they find the Dalek factor, they have the Doctor put the human factor into some Daleks so they can find the Dalek factor. This inevitably backfires when all are transported to the planet Skaro and are presented to the Dalek Emperor. This is the first time that a planet that was previously the planet Skaro, which was previously visited and seen in the Dalek serial from the first series with the first Doctor, where we're introduced to the Daleks. This is the first time that a planet is revisited and seen. And also, this is the first time this serial also is the first time we see a Dalek Emperor, as many more will be seen later on in history. Here, the Doctor injects more Daleks with the human factor, and a revolution breaks out between the regular Daleks and the Daleks with the human factor. While this is going on, an innocent man being used by the Daleks is wounded. Realizing he's going to die, the Doctor is given his daughter named Victoria and is made a companion. The Doctor promises to take care of her, and they all leave to the TARDIS as the Dalek city is destroyed and all the Daleks are killed. The Doctor says this is the end of the Daleks, and they all leave. This is still a debate with fans as to whether or not this is the end of the Daleks, but it most likely is, seeing as episodes with Daleks takes place before this moment in time. So it's kind of interesting that the second Doctor sees that the end of the Daleks, and thus throughout his regular regenerations knows that the Daleks will end, even though he's dealing with them later on. And the next serial is one I will review next that starts Series 5, and is considered one of the best Doctor Who stories of all time, titled The Tomb of the Cybermen.